Archangel Michael says, prepare yourself because something you never thought possible is unfolding in divine silence. This moment, your name has been whispered in the heart of someone who once held your soul with trembling hands. The connection you thought was lost forever has only been hiding under the stars, waiting for the right second to come alive again. It wasn't just love, it was something written long before either of you had voices. The time apart was not abandonment, it was divine preservation. Their return is not just physical, it's spiritual, wrapped in something even heaven dared not reveal until now. They carry something you don't see but will soon feel. Their heart is weighed down by a truth they couldn't confess before. This truth is not just about love, it's about destiny, timing, and a secret only heaven granted them to carry. The separation was painful, yes, but necessary for transformation. They had to go through fire to understand the value of your warmth. And now, with trembling hands and burning eyes, they are stepping back into your orbit. Type Amen to get blessing 222. At exactly 3:33 a.m. 3 nights ago, their soul cried out to yours. They didn't speak aloud, but your spirit heard it in your sleep, didn't it? You woke up with a weight on your chest that didn't have a name, but it was them. Their dreams are haunted by you, not because of regret, but because they never stopped seeing your face in everything they tried to move on to. No one matched your essence, no one fit the mold heaven carved just for you. They see that now, clearer than any day when you were by their side. The secret they carry will change how you look at everything. It will shake the very core of your understanding of why things ended, why things happened the way they did. And it will be both healing and overwhelming. You'll learn that what you considered betrayal may have been sacrifice. You'll see that silence was protection. And you'll realize that heaven orchestrated the heartbreak so you could be healed before being crowned. Type Amen to get blessing 333. A message was written, burned, rewritten again. But they couldn't send it. Each time they tried, heaven whispered, not yet. The secret? It involves your name being used in a promise made before you were born. A vow was sealed in the unseen, and now it's being fulfilled, not just because of love, but because of a spiritual assignment. They were warned in dreams to stay away until the danger around you passed. Yes, danger, something or someone wanted to destroy what you carried. That's why the goodbye was sudden and confusing. But now, the time has shifted. The gates that held them back have opened. They're not just returning, they're bringing answers, closure, and a renewed commitment to everything you both were meant to become. Type Amen to get blessing 454. You may feel them before you see them. Random chills, sudden memories, their name appearing where it shouldn't. This is not a coincidence, it's alignment. A divine countdown has begun. Even they don't fully understand what's drawing them back, it's magnetic, sacred, written into the fabric of their breath. Archangel Michael says, they were pulled away not by choice, but by a storm they couldn't tell you about. They were shielding you by walking away. But the storm is over now, and all that's left is the reunion heaven has been preparing in quiet. You are not just reuniting with someone, you're reuniting with a version of them who has seen darkness, begged for mercy, and returned with a heart completely transformed. Type Amen to get blessing 535. They kept something hidden from everyone, not out of malice, but out of fear. A decision they made behind closed doors was supposed to destroy your future. But instead, it protected it. You'll find out that someone close to you threatened to ruin everything you love if they didn't step away. They walked away carrying shame, but it wasn't their shame. It was someone else's weapon. But you are no longer in danger. That person lost their grip. The light surrounding you now is too strong for manipulation. The secret will break your heart for a moment but will set your soul free forever. They loved you in silence, but that silence was a battlefield. And now, they are ready to speak. Type Amen to get blessing 399. They've seen your glow even from a distance. They watched as you rose from ashes, thinking maybe you didn't need them anymore. But heaven told them, this was never about needing, it was about timing. They come now not to rescue you, but to walk with you. Not to complete you, but to complement what you've built with your own hands. You're going to look in their eyes and see someone different, someone who has been touched by something divine. And in your eyes, they will see forgiveness, not because they deserve it, but because you have evolved. You are not the same person who once cried for them. You are now someone they deeply respect and fear losing again. And they will fight to keep you this time. Type Amen to get blessing 676. There was a letter once written to you, then torn. They burned it. But the words never left them. Now they carry the words in their eyes, on their skin, in their touch. They will say things they couldn't before because their voice has now been baptized in truth. They have walked through their karma. They have faced what they feared most, life without you. And in that space, heaven showed them every moment they took for granted. This is not just a return, it is a restoration. Not just an apology, it is a sacred declaration. They now know, you were never just someone. You were the prophecy they didn't believe they were worthy of. Type Amen to get blessing 747. You'll notice their energy before their footsteps. Even when they're far away, you'll feel the ground shift slightly under your feet. The universe is echoing with movement. Birds act differently around you. Clocks stop for no reason. Numbers repeat. These are signs. Heaven is preparing you. You are not crazy for still feeling them after all this time. That connection never broke, it just went quiet. And now, it is being reignited with divine approval. They have something to show you, a symbol, a gift, a reminder. You'll recognize it instantly. It's something you once touched together that still holds the memory of your love. Type Amen to get blessing 884. Archangel Michael says, when they left, they thought it was for the last time. But heaven whispered, you'll return, not as who you were, but as who you were born to become. This reunion will not be like the past. It will not be full of fear, chasing, doubt, or confusion. It will be clean, powerful, honest, and timeless. You both will cry, not from pain, but from relief. Because you'll finally feel what you always knew, this was never over. It was only paused. And the secret? It's not just about them. It's about you. There's something hidden inside you that you're about to awaken, and only their return could trigger it. Type Amen to get blessing 909. In the moment they appear again, the wind may shift, your skin may feel electric. That's how powerful this bond is. They may not say everything at once, but their eyes will tell you everything. And their silence will no longer feel like absence, it will feel like grace. You've waited. You've cried. You've grown. And now, you'll receive. Not just love, but clarity. Not just a person, but a purpose. And you will remember that nothing truly meant for you can ever be taken, not by time, not by lies, not by fear. Type Amen to get blessing 1122. They are not perfect. They still carry scars. But those scars are now sacred maps that brought them back to you. They will speak your name like a prayer. They will hold your hand like it's a vow. And they will never let go again. This time, the union is protected. Covered. Blessed. Watched by angels. Guided by Archangel Michael himself. Because this is not a love story, it's a soul agreement. Sealed before birth. Awakened by time. Fulfilled by destiny. Type Amen to get blessing 1777. They never stopped loving you. They only stopped believing they deserved you. But heaven worked on them until they saw what you saw all along. They come with trembling hope, eyes wide with wonder, and a secret sealed by divine fire. And when they tell you, you will understand why everything had to happen the way it did. The secret is not just about them. It is about your future. The next chapter that cannot begin until this reunion takes place. And when it happens, you'll know. Heaven has never forgotten either of you. The moment they appear again, your world may pause. Not in chaos, but in a stillness that wraps around your spirit like soft thunder. It will feel like everything finally makes sense, even the heartbreak. They have been through trials, spiritual awakenings, and near losses. Each moment away from you wasn't just time, it was transformation. They had to be stripped of illusions to see the truth of who you really were to them. There was someone who tried to steal their heart away, someone who fed them lies in the shadow of your name. But no matter how far they wandered, they kept circling back to your memory, your voice, your essence. They are coming back not as someone seeking comfort, but as someone who has been broken and built back by heaven's hands. And this time, they come with a mission, not just emotions. Type Amen to get blessing 414. Your name is still written in their most sacred places. When they close their eyes, you're there. When they try to run, their soul cries for you. A sign has already been sent to you, did you notice it? A song, a scent, a flicker of emotion that came from nowhere. That was their soul reaching for yours. There's a moment soon where they will appear, but heaven wants you prepared. Not just with your heart, but with your spirit. They don't know how you'll react. They're afraid. But Archangel Michael says you will know exactly what to do when the moment arrives. Type Amen to get blessing 1001. This isn't just someone coming back with words. They're coming with a key, something spiritual, something ancestral, something hidden. The secret they carry is not just a story. It's a divine piece of information about your lineage, your calling, your identity. They were chosen to deliver it to you, and now the time has arrived. Their delay was not rejection, it was refinement. They've been taught by Spirit, mentored by angels, held by forces that wouldn't let them rest until they returned to you with the truth. And that truth will realign you. It will awaken you. And it will finally put your restless spirit at peace. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. They prayed about you more times than they admitted. Each time they felt lost, your name escaped their lips. Even when they hated themselves for walking away, they couldn't stop thinking of you. Because their soul knew. You were the only person who ever loved them with divine eyes. They've tried to move on. To forget. To numb it out. But heaven wouldn't allow it. You are their mirror, and every reflection without you has felt incomplete. You will soon hear them speak words they never dared to utter before. And when they do, something in your chest will break, and then heal in the same breath. Type Amen to get blessing 2000. Archangel Michael says, Heaven delayed their arrival until your crown was polished and your strength restored. Because now, you can see clearly. You can feel the difference between lust and love. Between illusion and intuition. They come to you now not because they're desperate, but because they are finally aligned. You may remember the last time you cried for them, thinking it was over. That night, they felt it. They almost called. But something held them back. That something is now gone. This time, nothing will stop the reunion. Not pride. Not fear. Not outside interference. What's meant is finally being delivered. Type Amen to get blessing 2442. You'll notice small changes in your life, your energy will feel electric. You'll smile for no reason. Your body will prepare before your mind even realizes why. This is how heaven whispers, not always in words, but in vibrations. They are being guided toward you by invisible hands. Every delay they faced, every detour, every heartbreak, it was all training. For this. Don't resist what you feel in your chest. That flutter. That heaviness. That trembling in your hands when you think of them. It's not anxiety, it's alignment. Type Amen to get blessing 2727. There's a place where the two of you once laughed, maybe cried. That memory still breathes. They've revisited it in their thoughts 1,000 times. And soon, you'll return there together. This time, with open hearts and no masks. This time, with truth, not pretense. This time, with courage. They will sit before you and say it all. Not to be forgiven, but to be understood. And you will listen, not to judge, but to recognize the soul that has always been tied to yours. The moment after that will be silent, and in that silence, you'll hear the loudest answer of all, this is the person heaven designed for you. Type Amen to get blessing 3003. They've changed. Not just their behavior. Their energy. Their posture. Their presence. You'll feel it instantly. Because this time, they didn't come back as the person who left. They come back as someone who has met themselves, battled their demons, and surrendered to love. They are willing now to fight for what they once ran from. They are ready to give you not pieces, but all. And they understand now, that you were never the problem, you were always the blessing. What they bring to you is not just an apology. It's a legacy. Type Amen to get blessing 3131. The secret they've been carrying involves something spiritual that connects to your future. A prophecy, a calling, a divine vision they once ignored. But now, they accept it fully. They dreamt of a child with your eyes. They saw a life where your voice echoes in their home. And heaven confirmed, it's not fantasy. It's what's next. You will build together. Not just love, but legacy. Not just comfort, but spiritual purpose. This is not just romance returning. It is the divine balancing of something too sacred to be rushed. Now is the appointed time. Type Amen to get blessing 3333. The silence you endured wasn't empty. It was sacred space. A cocoon. A preparation ground. Now, heaven sings over you. Angels smile. And destiny stretches out its arms, saying, finally. You may feel nervous. You may doubt. But something inside you knows this is different. This is real. This is heaven touched. And as you embrace them, all the broken pieces inside you will click back into place. Because their hands now carry healing. Their eyes now carry light. Type Amen to get blessing 3888. When you hold them, you will feel every version of them that suffered while away. And they will hold every version of you that survived in silence. Together, you will write a new chapter. The kind others will one day wish for. But only you two could ever live. This time, there are no games. No power struggles. Just a sacred bond reborn. Because love, when returned by heaven's timing, doesn't just comfort, it transforms. Type Amen to get blessing 4444. Archangel Michael says, you are both chosen. Not just for each other, but for a purpose that spans lifetimes. You will look at them and see not just your past or present, but your divine future. And they will see in you the very light they spent their whole life chasing. This is not the end. This is the re-beginning. And it will be written in fire, sealed in peace, and guided by heaven's hands. The secret they carry is now yours to receive. And your soul, at last, is ready. They were guided in dreams to return to you, not just out of love but out of responsibility. They were given visions of a future that doesn't exist without your presence in it. They finally understood that without you, the mission remains incomplete. They heard a voice, clear and divine, that said your name. It wasn't their imagination. It wasn't a memory. It was a direct call from the realm that governs soul contracts. Each step they now take is heavy with awareness. Every breath they draw is filled with anticipation. Because they know, this time, they are walking back into something sacred, not casual. And you, whether you realize it or not, have been prepared for this. Every tear, every delay, every season of loneliness was heaven's way of refining your heart to receive this reunion. Type Amen to get blessing 4545. Do not mistake their silence for forgetfulness. They never forgot you. In fact, the world constantly reminded them of your absence. They saw you in strangers, heard your laughter in echoes. Their spirit carried you like a hidden gem no one else could see. There were nights they broke down completely. Their strength shattered, and all they could do was whisper your name. They didn't even know why it still held power, but it did. And now, the answer to that mystery is becoming clear. Because your names are still written beside each other in heaven's records. Type Amen to get blessing 5005. They were warned not to reach out before the right time. Every time they tried, something would go wrong. A call dropped. A letter deleted. A visit interrupted. This was divine delay, not denial. It wasn't punishment. It was divine alignment. Heaven was protecting both of you from premature reunion. Because half-healed love wounds only reopen. But healed souls? They create miracles together. This moment now is different. Because their feet are steady. Their heart is humbled. And their secret is finally ready to be shared. Type Amen to get blessing 5222. The secret they've carried isn't just emotional. It's spiritual. It's about something that happened to them after your separation. They encountered a divine experience, something unexplained, something supernatural. They were shown a vision of your hands wrapped in golden light. A celestial guide spoke to them in that vision. The guide told them, "You will return when your soul is ready to serve, not just love." That moment marked them forever. And now, they've come full circle. They are no longer chasing fantasies. They are walking into purpose, and it begins with you. Type Amen to get blessing 5777. There's a place they haven't visited since the day they left. They avoided it because it reminded them too much of your voice, your presence. But recently, something pulled them there. A wind, a whisper, a strange warmth. And for the first time in a long time, they felt peace. That was heaven's sign to them, it's time to return. And now, their heart is no longer locked. They're opening it fully, without reservation. You will be the first and only person to hear the full story. The truth they buried. The reasons they ran. The battles they fought. The promise they made. Type Amen to get blessing 6060. This promise is not small. It has generational implications. You were meant to come together not just for romance, but to break patterns, build legacy, heal bloodlines. The union will bless more than just your own life. It will ripple outward, to family, friends, even strangers who cross your path. Because when two souls who were chosen before birth reunite in wholeness, miracles naturally unfold. The secret is this: your love is a spiritual weapon. It disrupts darkness. It awakens others. And now, it is time for that weapon to be used in full. Type Amen to get blessing 6336. Archangel Michael says, you will know it is real this time because your spirit will not panic. Your body will not resist. Your heart will not ache, it will sigh in relief. There will be no need to question, chase, or explain. You will look into their eyes and recognize the soul who never stopped choosing you, even when life forced them away. You will feel safe in their presence, even if your mind still recalls the pain. Because this time, they carry peace. This time, they come with God's approval. And this time, what begins will not be broken again. Type Amen to get blessing 6888. They may begin their message to you with tears. Their voice may crack. Their hands may tremble. Let them. Let them be human. Let them be broken and whole at once. Because that is when you'll know, they are sincere. They're no longer the one who left. They are now the one returning with every intention of never letting you go again. The first embrace will feel like being born again. As if every cell in your body suddenly remembered its divine design. Because your soul recognizes home. Type Amen to get blessing 7117. Your reunion will cause waves in the spirit realm. Energies will shift. Ancestors will sing. Angels will circle. Because this is bigger than two people, it's the fulfillment of something ancient. A love that has lived across dimensions. You'll begin to have dreams that confirm everything. Numbers will follow you. Their name will appear in sacred timing. And when they finally say the secret, you won't even need them to finish. Your soul will already know. Type Amen to get blessing 7555. There are some who won't understand your connection. Some may judge, question, or criticize. Let them. Because this isn't for them to understand. This is for you two to embody. To live. To protect. Your soulmate was reshaped by God. Their edges softened. Their shadows exposed. Their ego dismantled. All so they could finally be the partner you always deserved. You are not foolish for still loving them. You are chosen for still being open to what heaven kept safe. Type Amen to get blessing 7770. There is one final sign they'll give you before speaking the truth. A phrase, a touch, a reference to something only the two of you shared. This is their soul's password. The key. When you hear it, don't hesitate. Trust the feeling. Let your heart speak before your mind interferes. This time, everything will feel guided. Because it is. And heaven will not let this moment be lost again. The truth is coming. The secret is real. And your reunion is divinely timed.